the cab. Welcome back to me. Welcome back to Thailand. How are you doing? True Blue Thai here from Thailand. Hope you're doing well. It's a 1 Jan here in Thailand, which is Monday. It's about just before the midday, half 11, half past 11. Because it got caught right. Yeah, I'm just doing a bit of a review. I'm a little bit sad today because we didn't win, and as we didn't win, that's good. That for instance, we haven't qualified for the Champions League, but. I have to say, congratulations, absolutely, congratulations to the ladies. For instance, I thought we played very well, and I thought it was, as I was saying, a bridge too far. I got some comments when I put on Facebook, and people saying we were poor in the second half, we didn't do enough. But I just think, for instance, it was a bridge too far, regardless of how much my hatred is for United and. They are a good, as a football club, as a team, blah blah blah. But they are a good team. The women's team are a good team, and for instance, but I thought we matched them most throughout the game. Unfortunately, for instance, because we're coming from a position of getting back to our strengths again, getting our players back, getting the players back up to, you had Lauren coming off, etc. Totally knackered. You've got players coming back, and I think, for instance, if we would have gone in full strength, we would have won that game quite easily. Especially we had Bunny back, we had Vivian back, etc. For instance, but again, when you're bringing in players who are not quite up to speed, not quite, and ask them to go that extra mile, as it were. For instance, the 93-20, that thing, etc. It's just not. I just think from what's called, we were there that level, etc., but didn't get there. You saw the shoots of the City Revival in the Everton game. Played well, didn't concede, but didn't do enough to score a goal. Then against Leicester, we played well, didn't concede, and we managed to get the goal. Yesterday, for instance, we managed to get, survive the first 20 minutes or so, or 10 minutes or so, and then get back in the foot of the goal, start playing the Man City way, and getting the first goal, getting the second goal, and unfortunately conceding just before half time, and then, in 2-2, and then, and even though, for instance, they were down to 10 men, we just couldn't see it over the line. So I think it was a great, valiant effort by the ladies, etc. And unfortunately, for instance, that's it. So we got Palace next week, for instance, at the Joel Stadium. But unfortunately, it's a shame. A season that promised so much, but unfortunately, because of injuries and change of management halfway through the season, it's probably for instance, didn't help. So. Oh, it might have helped with the manager, but the injuries. And yesterday we got another injury. With Ozabi, for instance, going off on 10 minutes. I just couldn't believe it. I thought, oh no, we're not going to get another injury. And again, for instance, I think that upset the team's balance in the first 20 minutes, first 10 minutes or so. But Rebecca came on, etc., and she played a hell of a game. But it's just. I think, for instance, in watching your colleagues go down so early, for instance, it just kind of has oh, not again, because they've seen it all season, for instance, a crunching tackle by United, etc., for instance, resulted in another injury. I think she left on crutches, by the way. Let's go through the team. So Keating, again, absolutely fantastic player of the season for me because I think she's just come along and she's just basically she's just been invincible. I think she's and during even the worst times at City, for instance, throughout the season, I think she's just been since she's come in she's just never let us down, really. What's it called? And she's saved us in many a game. Anyway, Kerlin, Keating, Kaspari, Pryor, Greenwood, Captain Ozabi, sorry if you get your name wrong, Alexandri, Hasagawa, Coombs, Park, Hemp, and Kerlin Nikon. Rue came on the 65th minute for Hemp because again she was knackered, but she was just it was wonderful to see her going down that wing, and again. Kanak, Rebecca came on for the 10th minute of Derby and actually scored a goal. Again, for me, what's going to say the first 10 minutes, etc., we looked shaky, maybe because of the injury, and we had to shuffle the pack a bit. And, United playing at home, not a very full stadium, plenty of empty seats, what's it called, but yeah. For instance, so I thought we got a foothold in the game. I thought we controlled the game, and for instance, and it wasn't long before we got our first goal. For instance, and hell of a goal. An absolutely fantastic goal by Layla Alexandri, just cutting in and just curling the ball in the right and to the right hand side, her right side, goalkeeper's left, and just going around to make it 1-0. And then we had a corner, for instance, Rebecca just powered it in to make it 2-0. And everything was looking brilliant. 42nd minute, 2-0 up. Wonderful. And can we hold on, and go in 2-0 up? But United, again, for instance, they've got the players, they're a good team. And just before half time, Grace Clinton, to come along, etc., made it 2-1. But we had 9 minutes of overdue pay. I thought that, again, the commentary into it I was listening to was very, very biased again towards United again. For instance, but I don't know, that's me. Also, not very exciting at all. For instance, I think United crowd was fairly quiet most of the time. They loved booing, for instance, Kerlin when she had clearly, for instance, because when that what was her name? I think she came on in the second half. For instance, when for instance, Kerlin, for instance, Manon came on, etc. Oh my God, what a dirty player she is. Alex had a two with her, which grabbed her here, which I thought was very nice. So for instance, and so Alex got a talking to for that. I thought she was a very, commentator could say, "Oh well, she's not a proper blah blah blah," and I don't care what's the goal, but I thought her challenges were very, very dirty, for instance, and so it was no surprise when she clearly pulled down. I don't know what's wrong with the United crowd. Clearly pulled down Kerlin, for instance, when she was on a break, etc., and she could have ran through. For instance, so of course, when she got a second yellow card, it was no surprise for me. So, what the hell is United fans moaning about and booing every time Kerlin got the ball after that was just pathetic. For instance, I thought United were holding on. They got 10. I thought it was dirty tactics when they went down to 10 men and the goalkeeper went down, for instance, with a injury where clearly it wasn't. And so we give the time for them to shuffle the pack and bring on a substitute. I thought that was a bit underhanded tactics. For instance, I thought the delaying tactics on taking the throw in was I know sometimes I've seen City we do it in the past, etc. But I just find, I thought they were hanging on. Really, they were desperate not to lose, or So, for instance, because they knew the Man City were in the ascendancy. So it just shows you we had our full-time squad. I thought we would have beat this lot, completely. I just find, we were just. I thought we just it was just disappointed. We just couldn't get over the line. Just disappointed. They got second goal with what was the name? Malad. Good goal. She came on. Good substitution. They're playing well. But I thought overall, for instance, I thought City, we played well, for instance, and we got. It's disappointing now to wake up and then knowing that we're not going to get Champions League and for instance where we're on all the cups and playing back beating Barcelona, but I think the season has come because of the injuries we've had. You know, watching the United game against Palace, the FA Cup, knowing that they had 11 players, and then we go and lose Mary Fowler for an ACL. You know what, man? Wow, just unbelievable. So I think Nick couldn't believe his luck, and yeah. So, but it was disappointing, really, really. I'm just yeah, disappointed. But again, I got to be very proud of what I saw from the ladies, for instance, and we'll go again. You know, in is it right to buy new players? Again, the senior team, the men's senior team have had issues with injuries. I think injuries have been the blight of both of our teams all throughout the season. And it's what do you do, for instance? And again, you know, look at Liverpool senior men's team. They've gone on. They have had very little injuries, and throughout the season, I remember Man City when they win the treble, win the treble season, we had very little injuries, and I think it's just this season. But it's you can't buy players because you've got players who want to play. For instance, you can't have them on the bench. So it's always a trade-off for what you're going to do. You know, so there's a curriculum for the men team, and there's a curriculum for the women's team for the future. For instance, what we're going to do, buy more players, have a bigger squad, same squad as Chelsea. Are these players happy to sit on the bench? You know, and again, it's a difficult one because again we need you know, but clearly, for instance, there's more games in the ladies' game. As much as the men. We want to have the Champions League next season, so probably give us an advantage over the United, Arsenal, and Chelsea. So because they'll all be playing midweek as well. So often, so in one way that'd be good for us next season. So, but if we can avoid the injuries, then you never know. But other than that, for instance, very proud. I could go through the game bit by bit, but I'm not. I get let's have a look at the some of the comments from the ladies because clearly you know given their view because I can't because I can totally understand why they're feeling the way they felt but yeah just give me 1 second. So but what's your current feeling about it? Did you go to the game? Did you feel that you know in you know we didn't do enough, or were we good enough? What do you feel like me that we're because we were getting players back, etc., we weren't we you know for instance we weren't up to the level to you know to beat United yesterday, where for instance we had the players back for a good few weeks training and playing football. You know you can seriously with Lauren, for instance, she looked really tired, and unfortunately, for instance, when you got a player like Lauren coming off, okay, you know when you bring on Fujino, for instance, and again she just come back from injury, so it's just you know it takes a while before players get back up to speed again. Emotional roller coaster. We kept doing our best, Rebecca. Rebecca. Nick Cushion has confirmed there will be no conversation for himself or the future of the club. Nick admits there has been none. This team will be forever ingrained in me. I have emotional connection. We have concentrating on the challenges we have ahead. So we don't know whether Nick's going to stay and or leave. I think he should stay unless we, you know, unless the club's got somebody left in mind. For instance, yeah, I think he was just as I said. Here we go. Frustrating season personally for us as a team. Uh, we gave it everything, but come up short in the end. We get this, for instance, we will get this club back where it deserves, and always thank you very much to the fans, Lauren Hemp. So, but Nick Cushion reflection on the result. It was painful. There was a lot of disappointment in there because I can see you. I think you can see by the performance and the commitment there was a desire to get the win today. So yeah. The mentality of the group by Nick Cushion should be to win trophies and compete at the top of the league. So, however the game looks, we should be able to win it. Of course, we want to be better offensively, but at 2-1 and 2-0, we should win the game. So it's a tough one. Leila Alexander reflects on the result and the fans. It has been really tough for us because we have the hunger to win, to take the victory at home. We tried until the last minute and it wasn't possible. It was really tough for the team. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, overall, fans are super important to us. Always supporting us out home and away. They follow us everywhere we go, and we want to say thank you for them. And we see them in the next game. But I thought, for instance, I heard a lot of the City fans, a lot of Come On City, Blue Moon. So I thought they were a credit. So if you were there, congratulations to yourself. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. So we'll have a quick chat before, for instance, and see what Nick's got to say against the Palace game last season. And going, you know, salute to you. And yeah, but got disappointing. I'm clearly disappointing. I thought we would get it going 2-0 up, but we'll see it over the line. And but never mind. Hopefully we'll get 3 points against and confirm 4th position. And well, it is, and really, and then we'll go again next season. All right. Well done to the ladies. Well done for another season. Welcome to Nick and for stepping in. And yeah, and we'll like and subscribe. Tell me what you're thinking. Are you feeling the same me? But yeah, we've got to go again. We've got to be su, as they say in Thailand. Take care. True Blue Time from Thailand. Have a good day.